welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another recipes video. Today's video is going to be 5 vegan breakfast ideas for when you have no time. Yes guys, all of these can be made in 5 to 10 minutes. Yes my friends, these are very quick vegan breakfast ideas and they're also high in protein. Did I mention that? I don't think so. So high protein, 5 to 10 minute vegan breakfast ideas. Yes, my friends, all of the recipes will be in blog post link down below, so make sure you check those out. And without further ado, let's get started with recipe number 1. All right, so the first recipe is going to be avocado and black beans on toast. So we can basically do everything while we are toasting our bread. So I'm gonna stick this into the toaster. I use an air fryer for the toasting process. So let's toast this and then we can work on everything else. So once your bread is in the toaster, you can prepare everything else. So I'm just going to first dice some red onion, and I'm also gonna add some tomatoes to this as well. This is all optional. I'm gonna give you more lazy options later, but you know, we might as well make the toast interesting. And then we're just gonna add this into a little bowl here. And you can dice the tomatoes a little bit smaller if you want. That's up to you. And then I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in here. You can also use lime. Yummy. Next thing we have is some avocado. You're gonna wanna slice up the avocado however way you want. I like to just take a knife and then just take a spoon like this. And then just gotta open up a can of black beans. All right, now that our bread is toasted, we can start by adding in our avocado slices. Now you can mash it in there. It's up to you. Place them nicely, hopefully. And then we can add the black beans into here, or you can just directly place them on top. And then we're just gonna place our lovely tomato, black bean, and onion mixture on top like so. Look at that. And obviously it doesn't have to look pretty. Mine has to look pretty, but not yours, okay? And mine only looks pretty because I have to take photos. All right, and then on top, just wanna add salt and pepper. As much as you want, guys. Perfect. Here you go, my friends. And then you can also feel free to top with some chopped cilantro if you wanna get fancy. But if you are lazier, the lazier variation to this would be to simply mash some avocado on your toast and then just top with some black beans for that protein, and that's it. You don't have to add all this other stuff, but it really doesn't take that much longer. It literally, I did everything basically within 5 minutes. So yeah, it's super simple and it's gonna be so good. It's full of healthy fats, it's full of healthy proteins, some veggies, some healthy carbs. This is the perfect breakfast. Is the perfect time to be taking your vitamins, which brings me to the sponsor of today's video, which is Ritual. If you guys have not heard of Ritual, they are a vitamins and supplements company and they are famous for their heavily researched multivitamin. Right here, yes. Their products are very much backed by science and you can see all of the information on their website. All of their products are vegan, gluten-free, and allergen-friendly, which is amazing. I've been taking their multivitamin, the Essential for Women multivitamin. So I always make sure that I'm getting my vitamin B12, which if you are following a plant-based diet, you should 100% be making sure of that as well. And I also make sure that I get my vitamin D and omega-3s, and of course this has all of the above and much more. So this definitely has me covered, which I love. Another thing that I've been taking by Ritual is their Symbiotic Plus, which is their prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic. So this basically helps support your gut, digestive, and immune health. So I've been taking that as well. And of course, they also have a protein. This is a completely plant-based protein. This contains 20 grams of protein per serving, plus all 9 essential amino acids.
All of Ritual's products are heavily researched and backed by science, and they are made traceable, showing you every labeled ingredient, supplier, and key studies that go into their vegan-friendly products. So try them today, guys, and get 20% off your first month with Ritual using the link and code below. Thanks again to Ritual for sponsoring today's video.
So the next recipe is going to be a high-protein breakfast bowl. It's going to be a sweet recipe, and I'm going to be using plant-based kefir kefir. I still don't know how to say this properly, which is basically kind of like yogurt, but more of like a liquidy version of yogurt. And I'm currently obsessed with it at this very moment. So I'm using a plain kefir, and you can use just plain vegan yogurt if you can't find kefir. I'm so sorry, I still don't know how to say it. I keep forgetting what's the correct way to say it. Anyway, I'm gonna add this into actually like a protein shaker cup. Since it is very liquidy, I can just shake it up with protein powder, yay! And yes, I'm using the Ritual Essential Protein. This one is basically vanilla flavor. So I'm gonna add that in here as if I was just making a protein shake. And again, you can do this with yogurt as well, but instead of using a shaker cup, you wanna just probably use like a whisk. And then I'm just going to shake it. Yep. Or again, you can just use a whisk to mix this. As you can see, now it's basically like a yogurt. We've created like a protein vanilla yogurt. All right, and now we could just add our little protein yogurt into a bowl. And you can do this with any flavor of kefir as well. I love like any sort of flavored kefir. There's like raspberry, there's, I don't know, all kinds of different stuff. Some of it is sweetened, some of it's not sweetened. So if you want unsweetened, you can do that. I find that protein powder adds a bit of sweetness, but there you go, there's the kefir. And then you can just top it with whatever fruit. I'm gonna do some blueberries. I'm also gonna add some banana slices. Again, you can do whatever fruit you want. And then some strawberries. And you guys, you can basically enjoy it like this. Honestly, that looks delicious. But you can also add in a little bit of granola if you have it. So I'm just gonna add in a little sprinkle of granola. Again, this is optional, but we love a little granola. So feel free to add in any store-bought or homemade granola, or just eat it on its own. And there you go, guys. There is the lovely plant-based high-protein kefir bowl, sorry. And it's super tasty, it's high in protein. I find that with vegan yogurts and vegan kefir, oftentimes it's not very high in protein. So if you wanted to add a little bit of protein in there, you can literally just add in a little protein powder. That's it, you guys. It's so easy and so simple. And if you love a sweet breakfast, this will be perfect. Let's take a little bite. So good. So the next recipe we're gonna make is a chickpea egg salad. So this is gonna be very similar to a chickpea tuna salad, but we're just making a few little adjustments to make this into a chickpea egg salad. So you can do this all by hand if you don't have a food processor, but I find that using a food processor, it's just a lot faster. So we're gonna use a food processor for this, but you can also mash and dice and chop everything by hand. So into a food processor, I'm gonna add in some chickpeas. I'm just using canned chickpeas that I have drained and rinsed. And then into that same food processor, we're gonna add in some celery. I just chopped it into some chunks. And I'm also gonna add in some red onion, once again chopped into chunks. And then we're just going to process it. So basically, using a food processor makes it faster because you can just basically mash it really quickly without doing it by hand. But again, if you don't have a food processor, you can just dice the onion and celery by hand and also mash the chickpeas with a fork. All right, the moment of truth. See how fast that is? Now you might want to scrape the sides a little bit depending on your food processor. And if you want, you can also mash these separately. So you can start with the chickpeas and then take that out of the food processor and then add in the red onion and celery. But as you can see here, it works fine even if you just add it together. Do you see? Do ya say? So now this is the kind of consistency that we are looking for. All right, so there is going to be our base. And then let's add in some vegan mayo. I'm gonna be a bit generous with the vegan mayo, but you can add as much or as little as you want. Some Dijon mustard, garlic powder. This is optional, but for me, it's not optional. And then the magical ingredient, which I actually don't have, which is kala namak, which is black salt. And I don't have mine because I took mine to my parents' house when I was staying there. So I'm gonna use regular salt, but you wanna use kala namak, guys, because the kala namak gives it that eggy flavor. So that's what's gonna help make this taste like an egg salad. But for me, I'm gonna add regular salt, but let's just pretend it's kala namak, aka black salt. But this will be tasty without the kala namak as well. So it's up to you, but if you really want that eggy taste, you wanna use that kala namak, okay? And then we just mix it. Now another option is to actually add some avocado into this as well and just kind of like, I don't know, I mean, do whatever you want with avocado. You can mash it in with the chickpeas, or you can just have chunks of avocado. And I think that would be really good because it would almost mimic a little bit of that eggy texture as well, because I feel like avocado is kind of like, I don't know, sometimes it kind of reminds me of egg as well. So it's up to you. So as you can see here, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that creamy deliciousness. Oh my gosh, so good. So good. So I'm gonna put my vegan egg salad on a toasted English muffin, which is what I like. But you can also make this into a sandwich, so you can have like a little vegan egg salad sandwich. It's up to you guys. I love a little English muffin for breakfast. This is so good. It's so simple and delicious. Feel free to add some avocado on top as well, obviously. It's up to you. A little salt and pepper to taste. I love a lot of pepper in my vegan egg salad. And I also love alfalfa sprouts, so I'm gonna add that on top. This is all optional, guys. There you go. Oh my God. So good. Yummy. So the lazier option for this, even though this is already super lazy, would be to skip the celery and red onion and then just mash the chickpeas with a fork. And then, yeah, and then just put it on top of toast, and that's it. I do that often as well. Of course, add in the vegan mayo and the Dijon, and it's still gonna be really, really tasty. But that little bit of red onion and celery goes a long way, guys. If you want that yellow color and plus the, you know, nutritional benefits of turmeric, you can also add some turmeric as well. Or even a little bit of yellow mustard if you're trying to go for that yellow color. And as you can see, I made a sandwich here as well. So you can either make a sandwich or just put it on top of toast, put it in a wrap, do whatever you want with your vegan egg salad. Look how cute it is. So cute. It's so good. So good. You can also make the salad in advance and then have it throughout the week. So the next recipe we're gonna make is a tempeh BLT. So you can make this into a sandwich or a wrap, it's up to you. And I'm just using store-bought tempeh bacon. If you can find tempeh bacon that is pre-made, it'll just make your life a lot easier. So you can just basically throw this in the air fryer, which is what I'm gonna do, and just air fry it until it's nice and crispy. And then we're just gonna make a BLT using tempeh bacon. So here we go. So I'm using here some store-bought tempeh bacon. So this is already tempeh that has been marinating, and it's supposed to taste a little bit like bacon. It's not actually bacon. Okay, it's not gonna taste like bacon. Tempeh has a very specific taste. So some people don't like it, but I personally really like it. So this is very high in protein and great for you. And we're gonna use it for our tempeh BLT. I'm gonna be using an air fryer to air fry the tempeh pieces, but you can just pan fry it. It's up to you. So I'm just going to stick these in the air fryer. Maybe 6 pieces, just in case. And as we're waiting for the air fryer to finish, we can prepare basically the LT of the BLT. And you can also toast your bread in the process as well. So we're gonna start with this gigantic tomato. Look at that. Wow. That is impressive. And then of course some lettuce. You can do as much as you want. I'm using 2 leaves because lettuce is a hot commodity right now. It is not cheap. And then yeah, let's wait for the bacon. All right, so the tempeh bacon has finished and it's already nice and kind of slightly crispy on the outside. Now, if you want to make this extra crispy, you could also just kind of spritz on a little bit of oil before you throw it in the air fryer. But I mean, this is a really easy way to get your tempeh. Just buy the tempeh bacon. Yes, my friends. So now we can just assemble. So of course, like any good BLT, you gotta have plenty of vegan mayo. So I'm just going to add a bit of vegan mayo. Now you can add like mustard and stuff if you want. But I think a classic BLT just has mayo and not really much else. I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you like to add into your BLT? Let me know. For me, I think a good mayo is a good spread, right? Vegan mayo, here we go. And then of course our lettuce. And then of course our lovely tomato. And then on top of the tomato, I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. Then we're just gonna add our tempeh slices. Well, you can add as much tempeh as you'd like, okay? This is your sandwich, okay? And again, you can make this into a wrap as well. But here we go. Oh my gosh, looks pretty epic. There's the tempeh BLT, super simple, so easy, and ready to go in like 5 minutes. Look at that. You can also make this into a wrap. Guys, so the next recipe is going to be something you guys may have seen before, but these are my black bean breakfast tacos. They are so good and it's so simple and easy. So let me show you how to make it. Okay, so first I'm going to take a non-stick pan, and this part is optional. You don't have to add this, but I like to add a little bit of vegan butter because I feel like it just makes it nice and crispy and it's just, you know, very delicious. What I'm gonna do is just heat that up a little bit, and I'm just gonna place a tortilla. And then as this is heating up, we can do this. So this is a fast way to make this. So I'm gonna mash some avocado on 1/2 of this tortilla. And I'm just doing it directly on the pan just to save a little time, you know, and you know, because we're lazy, but you can do this on a plate and then put it on the pan. It's up to you, okay? So a little bit of avocado, I'm gonna add a little salt, and then we're gonna add some black beans. Once again, we love the black beans. And because of the avocado, it's gonna help like make it stick. You know what I'm saying? And then this part is optional, but I like to add a bit of corn as well. And you can of course add in anything else you want, really. This is optional, okay? Everything is optional in this video. This is your food, it's your meal, so do whatever you want. I'm also gonna add in some cilantro because I love cilantro, but again, optional. And then we're gonna top with some salsa, okay? Now you can keep the salsa separate if you want, but I just like to add it directly into the taco. And then you just close the top, okay? And it's ready to go. That's it. It's that easy. I know. All right, this is the very messy, it's more like a quesadilla, I guess, but I just call it a taco, and then I just eat it with a fork and a knife, or if you're brave enough, you can just grab it and just eat it. It's so easy. It tastes so good. It's a little messy. Those were are my breakfast ideas for when you have no time. High protein edition. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know down below, which recipe are you most excited about? Which one are you most willing to try? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you try any of these out, make sure you click the blog post link down below and give my blog post a 5-star review. Those help me a lot. So yes, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe.
Once again, thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring today's video. The link and the coupon code are below for you to get 20% off your first month, so don't miss out.
And thank you so much to you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!